Round up.
What
I
you
got my mentor, my mate, always drops knowledge on me. I read it here as he was talking to me. The phone cut off. I called him back. I want you to hear what this man is talking because this dude here is who I call when I get in the bind. This is the first phone I call. Mark, I'm nervous, man. The phone cut off. Start off where we was at, please.
all right, you was asking me, or you was telling me that you didn't think you was really trying to do anything right now because you don't know what direction the market is going to go in.
Well, I don't necessarily want to say
And
that I didn't want to do anything. I'm just concerned about what I am doing, as we approach putting out a bunch of cash right now.
yeah, well, the main thing what I was trying to share is with you having your own capital, like myself. Neither are I borrowed from the hard money guy. They've closed their doors. I know 4 hard money companies that are not lending right now. These guys, people have had their contracts or whatever with the hard money guys 2 days from closing. The hard money lenders backed out on them.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's the difference in dealing with a professional or a real bank as opposed to a hard money who calls his own shots. I closed on a construction loan yesterday, so the bank is still lending because we had already discussed it. They haven't closed their doors to lending. You still got homeowners that are buying houses. I got 2 contracts within the last week for 2 properties to close the end of this month. So people are still buying, and the bank is still lending. So what I was sharing that you have your own capital. I got my own capital. It's very important that me and you can see the road because all those guys that was buying hard money, they're out of our way. They can't invest right now. They depend and get their money from the hard money guy. They don't have capital to move forward.
Oh, man.
So there's a larger market for you and I. So we won't be able to hold on that stuff long.
I see what you're saying. You're saying there's less competition now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
I didn't think about that, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't know why my spirit has got me shaky. I was talking to one of my hard money lenders, and he said, Chris, whenever there's a problem with the world market, you can better believe something's going to happen here. What is your opinion on that, though, Mark?
My opinion is, like I say, I got my own capital. Even if right now the market was to do what they got, I know I got the money to continue to pay my loans. I can always, I still got my credit straight, and this is just one of the benefits of me growing my company and always looking and preparing for days like this. So my thing, I'm going to continue to roll and push, and I'm not going out looking for any new projects because I still got enough on my table to complete what I got.
How many are you doing now?
Right now, I still got 6 projects going on right now, and 2 of them are under contract to close at the end of this month. The other ones are in the stages of still on construction. Don't even have the siding on them yet.
Mark, here's the thing. You're not worried about the people that support you, like the vendors, the architects, the city inspections, infrastructure people. Does that stuff cross your mind?
No, not when it comes to the city, because the city is an essential business, and the Supreme Court, they have to, just like the city, has to still continue to do deeds and record land records. I can send you a pamphlet right now. I'm going to text it to you while we're on the phone. And you can read this. This is a settlement amendment for REAM COVID-19. And it states about the Virginia state of emergency due to COVID-19. Mm-hmm. It talks about where the Supreme Court of Virginia suspended all non-essential and non-emergency court proceedings until April 26, 2020. recording land records remains an essential function of the clerk's office. It can't close by the Supreme Court.
See.
Closings can continue. The Supreme Court clearly stated that recording and indexing and scanning of all land records is an essential function of the circuit courts.
Gotcha. Well, what about inspections, Mark? You're not dealing with any problems with inspections, getting drawings, perhaps new drawings going in?
No, because the city still has to function. I'm going to share this with you that I know for a fact, all right? My contact at Kempsville, right? You know, Portsmouth had closed their doors, shut the city down because they had somebody tested positive.
Okay.
All right, so the guy, whoever is the big guy over at Kempsville, he called the owner. The owner had some type of contact. Whoever he contacted the state legislator and said that Portsmouth closed the building department. And he was concerned that, hey, I got a essential business where we're selling to our builders, but we can't get no inspection, so we can't sell no lumber. Man, Portsmouth was open the next day.
Wow. Holy cow. Unbelievable.
They was open the next day.
Wow, man. All right, I'm going to keep buying, Mark. I'm going to keep buying, dude. I'm going to keep buying. Thanks for getting me out of that last...
So, all that took place on March the 20th.
Okay.
I got all the stuff, but me and the inspector was actually communicating. I had his cell phone and email, so he was telling me he was home, and I couldn't get no framing inspection or sheathing inspection. So he allowed me to take pictures of the sheathing and send it to him, and he sent me an email confirmation saying that he passed it. But later on that night at 6 o'clock, like 5:50 something, he emailed and said, hey, we'll be in the office. This is the same time all this took place when I told you the guy at Kempsville called somebody and they called the legislator and the city was open back up.
That is well, Mark, just for my understanding, you're not a normal guy regarding relationships with the city people, Mark. For the average guy, they're not going to be sending emails and have their cell phone, correct?
Correct.
So, wow.
But I haven't had any problems, like I shared, because another example, I ordered shutters like on a Tuesday. Within a week, my shutters was made and delivered. So I was like, there was no hold up in that whatsoever.
No hold up on that. What about city inspectors in other cities, Mark? I know my friend DeLawrence had an issue with Norfolk. They're not doing inspections and you have to hire a third-party inspector.
Yeah, that's just a part of adapting to the game. There's companies out here that are doing inspections because I kind of had an inspection delayed in Suffolk. And the inspection didn't come out for 3 days. And I was going to ask them, could I get my engineer to come out and inspect it? Because he was willing to come. But that very fourth day, the city came out and passed it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not seeing any slowdown, Mark.
I ain't saying go full speed, but to do one, yeah, if you don't have nothing going on, yeah, I would be out here trying to find something and hurry up trying to get it back on the market, especially a flip.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but that's a part of being a risk taker, and I'm not doing nothing that I feel that I can fall from. I feel like I'm pretty solid on the deals that I got. My properties are bought right outright. I don't own any mortgages on them. Only time that happens is when I get a construction loan, and the construction loan works where I only pay interest on the amount used. So if I only use $50,000 and I got a 5% interest rate, then I'm only paying $250 a month on that $50,000 that I'm using. So that's why I say I'm not in a bad deal, like a hard money deal, where if in a year's time I can default on my loan.
I see what you're saying.
I don't have that with the bank. They don't, they're not very abrasive like that, because a hard money guy is.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying possibly hold tight on hard money, focus on raising your own capital.
Yeah.
Mark, I always listen to you, dude. I stop what I'm doing when you're talking. Let me ask you, are you prepared to take, say for instance, this first stimulus comes, everybody's, I call it fat and happy. Are you prepared to take any discounts on your sales, or is that not even in your mind anymore?
Always, Chris. I mean, right now, you know what the potential could be by these loans or the market crashing. So right now, if someone come up with a contract, and I'm going to make that contract work. I'm not going to give it away, but am I going to bend? Yeah, because I'm going to secure that contract. I'm going to secure that deal. I'm not going to be so strict or so strong that I got to get what I want. So if I get a contract, yeah, I'm going to make that deal work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mark, just since I have you on the phone, what can you give me for people that are getting into the business, Mark, new investors, not somebody that is a Chris Haskins, somebody that's newer to the game. And I know you don't even work with new guys, but I mean, just if you could just rewind your mind to when you were starting out. What year did you get started, by the way?
2012. I got my license in 2012, but before then, I was flipping myself and get my own building permits and stuff like that as a homeowner.
I got you.
The new guys that's coming into this is not a time for them to even get involved when the market is in an up and down. I think right now it's more for mature guys with experience and know how to, like I said, I got my own capital. So it's very hard to come into a game at this end. Now, it's going to be good for them to come in after this is over. Yeah, to be perfect, because there are going to be some deals out here that you can't turn away from. But to come in right now in a new playing field that you know nothing about, and the thing is on the brinks of on a seesaw right now, not knowing which way to go, I wouldn't dare have someone to invest unless they had someone that was pretty solid, say like myself, and I knew they had their own money, and I know that I could secure the bag or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be hard for people to even find funding if they're not solid at this time, because the hard money people have already closed their doors.
I had one hard money guy said he's only lending 50% of the purchase, but he's still only dealing with older guys, seasoned guys. Wow, Mark, it's an honor always talking to you, brother. You open my eyes up on that deal. So I'm gonna do a case study on that land. You're not interested in that land at any price.
No, not right now. I'm not, because there are some really sweet deals out here, and that's not one of the better deals, because it's not I don't consider it prime real estate right there to take the risk.
You don't like that street putting houses back in there?
I don't. It's not more say that I don't like the street. The city just don't like the street. The city, they didn't even want me to shut that road down. That was another reason why they allowed me to reuse my old sewer. And that's totally against their rules.
Yeah, I know. You've always told me they do new sewer line on every house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you only get. I remember. I keep hearing in my head, you're only getting so much in Portsmouth, Virginia. I remember you saying that so many times regarding the resale. I'm just saying you do the Mark Special in Portsmouth, and then you do the same duplicate Mark Special in a different location, and you're getting 30,000 to 40,000 more. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you want to stay away from that area too?
And then again, Chris, I'm sorry to cut you off. I just think about as far as you invested in that land, right? You got 3 houses to put up there. It'll be 4 months before you even break ground on that project.
If that's fast. That's gonna be fast.
No, I'm saying before you break ground. You got to get demo permit. You got to get an architect. You got to get a surveyor to develop and show where the 3 houses is going to go. It's going to be 4 months before you break ground to start on the first house. After that, you got 3 more months to 4 months to take to even build the houses.
We're talking about.
So you talk about 8 months, 9 months, possibly 10 months before you even go into closing to sell or to get your return back on those properties.
But Mark, it takes me that long with one house. I think what you're talking about is if you were doing it all.
Yeah.
That's if everything goes
That's
smooth.
just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I need to get a bigger discount on that. Roundup, I'll share with you what we're talking about. Anything else you want to leave me, Mark, for coming from the oracle from God to your head to my phone to my rounduppers?
No, Chris, it's always a pleasure to share. I always, you're one of the guys that I do enjoy talking to. Because honestly, I like to share, and you're always open to listen, and that's big. So, and for that's what makes our relationship solid.
Yeah, I'm just thankful to have you, brother. I've told you this before, Mark, and I'm grateful for your relationship. So okay. So what I'm gonna do? I still need to talk to you about those handrails. I want to. Is that something that you want to do by the end of the month, or we need to just let my homeowner know that we want to wait till this dies down to put those in?
Yeah, that's been the thing, man. Because my trim guy, he doesn't want to go in nobody's house that's living in there.
I understand. I'm not even mad, Mark. I just want to communicate with you so I can communicate with them.
Yeah, and that's the problem I run into. He'll go to a new construction, because there ain't nobody there but him. But he's been hesitant about going work on living.
Okay, so I'm going to communicate with my buyer that we're going to put this off until things die down with the virus. Is that fair? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't think that's a big problem. I don't think that anybody would be been out of shape over that, Mark. What do you think?
What was that, Chris?
I don't think that that's unreasonable for my buyer to accept this. Is that where you're thinking?
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
Okay. All right, man. I won't hold you, Mark.
But you know me, Chris. I don't ever go into deals that I know gonna be a lot of hurdles we gotta cross. And with that property, you got a lot of hurdles to get over and I know we need a quicker return at this point than that. We need something we can get in and get out and get this thing back on the market, because that's the way the market is right now.
Roundup, get your questions in. I'll ask my mentor. So, if you got a question, get it in right now.
Are you there, Chris?
I'm listening to you.
As far as doing a tear down, it's not the time right now. But if you found a piece of land that's clear, then hop right on it. Because the minute you close, you can already apply for a permit, which can take only 2 to 3 weeks to get a building permit for an empty piece of land.
Gotcha.
So that's the way I would go. And if not, then do a flip. Because you can turn a flip around in 45 days and get it back on the market.
Yeah, that's what I'm focusing on more. I have to deploy the money. I feel like I don't know how long I want to just sit on it. You got to deploy it. but on the other hand, I'm like, Mark, I got rental property. Why do I even care? So I have to kind of, and we got the baby on the way. Just so much, man. So much stuff.
Yeah, I know it, man.
I think about it all. With your HVAC.
And then one thing too, Chris, I know, and this was, I had lost my thought when we were talking. You was asking me about preparing for stuff like this. And as you know, Chris, I run my company as a business, right? So even with my building company and my heating and cooling, I took advantage of the PPP application, the payroll protection program that they offer. Well, you can borrow money for payroll. I'm able to borrow $110,000 for my payroll, which is at a return of 1.5%.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Interest.
That's stupid.
Why wouldn't I take advantage of that?
Well, see, Mark, you have people that you're paying payroll taxes for. A lot of solopreneurs don't necessarily have employee, but I think that's big.
Then they had these other programs where you can borrow up to $10,000 to $15,000 as a grant, and it's very possible you won't have to pay it back.
Yeah, I applied for that too.
Yeah. So there are programs that we as people have to take advantage of. You can't sit there and ignore that. Whether you say, hey, I don't need no loan or not, it's the program. You got to stay involved and active in these programs.
Yeah, you do.
Because people with millions of dollars are doing it because, as per se, quote unquote, it's free money.
Uh-huh.
So you got people standing in line in the unemployment line, getting money. You got people standing in line to get these free groceries at the food bank. Where as business people, we don't stand in line and get these free loans.
I hear you, Mark. I hear you. I'm glad you're saying that. Coming from a successful entrepreneur and you're doing it, why not?
Why not?
I got you. Tell me, what's the barometer and what is the thermometer of your employee, Mark? What is the attitude and the spirit of people coming to work that are? No doubt you still have people calling for central heating and air systems that are breaking down. You got repairs on houses. How's the spirit of your guys?
They've been hesitant, and it's just things that I have to put in place with masks and gloves and stuff like that, and try to let the homeowners know they can't have people there, and either one person or stuff like that. Ask them questions, have they been exposed? Look questionnaires, and we had to ask as an employer to make sure that employees are going into safe environments.
I see.
So, but yeah, this week actually, we had new units to be replaced every day this week. Got one scheduled for Monday. So, far as heating and cooling is very essential. You got people with health conditions that are asthmatic and everything that has to have air conditioning.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Everybody's nuts.
So we haven't seen any delay or anything holding up on people calling in wanting to get work done.
Well, the need is always there. I was more concerned about the supply. Are you able to meet? Are your schedules backing up? Are you telling people we're going to be a little later?
Backing up.
Yeah.
So just being underemployed. One thing that I'm in between, do you try to go hire people at a time like this?
Wow.
Because you don't know who you're bringing in,
Yeah. And you can't necessarily, well, let me ask you, can you make your guys come to work? Do they have the option to not, if they don't feel comfortable, Mark?
Yeah, but that don't allow them to apply for unemployment because I have the work.
You think
you have that option as a healthcare person right now? We're all heroes that are essential. I take my business just like if I'm a doctor or a nurse. If you don't go to work, then people are going to die. If I don't go to work, people got to have their air. So it's just a different scenario. But, I feel like God blessed us with a trade that we can bless people with. So why would you hold back? It's the risk. And you just got to, I look at it, I'm protected in the blood, that God's going to protect me and give me the knowledge to protect my people.
Wow.
My employees.
Wow.
So yeah, I gotta work, man. You know, he gave me this talent. I gotta use it.
Mark, if you don't mind me getting a little personal, tell me what your wife is saying, kids, when you're coming home. How's that panning out regarding you out in the going out, your level of getting infected? Tell me how does that look when you get home?
Oh yeah, I'm restricted. I got to come to the garage, take my clothes off, and go wash my hands, take a shower, put my clothes in the dirty clothes. Do not come in the house. So yeah, man. But you know, this is the thing about me being an air conditioning guy. Something I always try to help people with that they don't get involved in. Air cleaners and air purifiers and all that stuff in your house is so important. Those things kill so many different viruses and stuff like that. Not saying that the coronavirus is one of them, but it does help being in a clean environment.
Do we need to check
having clean air?
Should we check our filter? Is there a certain filter that you recommend us using now, Mark?
No, not per se a filter, but like I got air cleaners in my house.
I do too. Yeah.
And it tells you these things clean up so many different viruses. It doesn't clearly state coronavirus being one, but it's always having those type of things in place. Not waiting to things like this to happen. You know, people don't ever want to spend money unless they have to.
Yeah.
They don't want to prepare.
Mark, let me ask you, as I'm maturing as a businessman, as a human, as a father, husband, I'm noticing that I'm more prepared for certain things. I'm mature. I'm like, okay, we have reserve. We have contingency plans for stuff. Is that stuff that just comes over time? And I know, and I'm doing business with some other men that one bump in the road takes them out, and I won't hear from them for 30 days or 2 months. Does that just happen over time? Do you become a better business person, Mark?
Yeah, well, you know, if you don't screw up, then you're not learning. So what you've done, Chris, and myself, it ain't had to be nothing critical, but you know you'd have made enough screw ups that you've learned now. So you got to look at your experience and how long you've been doing it. Your wife ain't going to allow you to keep doing that. You had a screw up and you ain't learned from it.
Yeah.
So that's what they're seeing now, the fruits of that. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the guys, they'll call, well, Chris, this happened to me, so I can't deliver. Or this happened to me, I can't deliver. But with you, Mark, when stuff happens to you, you say, you'll call me, I can't deliver today, but it will be delivered on this day. Is that something that you grew to, or you were always like that?
I think I was just always like that. Yeah, some people take advantage of things so it can be put off.
Yeah.
And, you got a person that like to get stuff out the way and get it done and pass so they can move on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a different in character.
I got you.
That's why I say it don't matter what color you are, and that's a quote of Martin Luther King. You judge a man by his character, content of his character.
So
whatever color we are, we all carry the same behavior because we got this flesh.
Yeah. Mark, I had a question. Golly, on the tip of my tongue. I lost it. Multiple streams of income, Mark. You have that. Are you going to recommend all the entrepreneurs that are going to see this to have multiple streams, or where's your position on that?
Yeah, that's something you have to have capital for too. You can't sit there and spread your money out into 4 different bank accounts. And, say if you had $20,000, what sense does it make to have $5,000 in 4 different banks? You know what I mean? That's not enough to spread yourself to say I got multiple ways of income. So, and one of the things you really got to be good at. So, like with me, I did heating and cooling all my life, and until 8 years ago, I really got involved into a whole nother business. But did I master that first company first? Yeah. So you got to be able to say, hey, I mastered this to move on to something else. It's not important to sit here and do 2, 3 things and you're not good at none of them. You're new to all of them.
I always wanted to ask you, Mark, why is it that you don't take on new people? Was it something that, are you just too busy? Do you not like, because when I refer people to you and you'd be like, man, that ain't going to work.
Yeah, because these people are looking for a mentor, somebody to train them. And I know with the amount of client and work that I got going on, I don't have the time for that. I had a girl call me recently and the same thing, man. Hey, I'm looking, they got a healthcare business. Hey, I want to get into flipping houses, and so do I buy the land first? Right there, I ain't got time for that. I ain't saying I ain't never did or nothing, but right now, at this point in my life, right now, I got a house I'm doing for Chris. I got a house I'm doing for Todd. I got a house I'm doing for Ron, and I'm doing my own stuff. Yeah, that's not right to you that I'm going to spend countless hours with someone that I know that's really not even going to be in this game 6 months or a year from now. But I know y'all are, because this is y'all way of life.
I see.
These people sit there and figure out what they want to do.
Well, Mark, we all had to start from somewhere. I mean, we all started from nothing. No one comes out of the womb yet that knows this stuff.
But that's why they come to the Roundup group. There's people like that they have to cling on to. But as far as not trying to toot my horn, but trying to find someone that's a established builder or established businessman, and I got all these people that work for me that have interest into what I'm doing too. How could I take all my time now and to put it in someone that, they really just fishing and you remember the guy that we did the house for that I supposed to did out there in Cavalier Manor?
Cavalier Manor, yeah, Cavalier Manor, yeah.
We was right there at the door to do back right out, man. We spent all that time getting surveys and designing the house, and that dude back right out on it. At the that's the type of stuff that I'm saying they don't even know what they want to do.
Yeah, that was a rough one, man. I guess it sounds like
the part that people don't value your time. They think you're just doing this for a freebie, and it's not.
It sounds like, Mark, you're at the stage in your life where you get to pick and choose who you do business with. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. But you know me, Chris, I'm always open to giving you 30 minutes to an hour of my time to have discussions like this.
You are, man.
Because at the same time, I know you give me your business, and we do business together. So I know you're not wasting my time.
I appreciate that, Mark. I appreciate that. Okay, I had you on here for 30 minutes, Mark, man. I don't know, whatever I owe you, I hope that the last check that I dropped off at the office will cover me for this 30 minutes.
Oh, I ain't worried about this, man. Oh. Hey, Chris, we talk outside, me and you talk about growing out grass and how, stuff like that. So, we talk on other notes outside of work, man. We talk about household things, too. We got a relationship. We got a friendship.
Well, you got a last time.
Just a relationship.
I'm looking real sexy.
I want that grass looking though.
That's why. You got to get over here, Mark, and see my grass. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go out there and take a picture. I'm looking real sexy right now. I get the best yard in the neighborhood right now.
Okay.
I'm looking real good. You got to teach me how to keep it though, man. When it gets hot, my grass just disappears on me.
Yeah.
All right, Roundup.
But did you get the sprinkler system in?
Nah, we're gonna be moving. I don't want to sink no more money in this place. I'm gonna be moving soon. Matter of fact, I want to talk to you about that. I'm either gonna build something or I got to figure out, with the baby, we got to get something bigger.
Okay.
Wife on my back, wife on your back. All right, man. Thank you, Mark. Mark?
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
All right, bye. Roundup. I don't know. I ain't see no questions coming in. What's the best way to set your property up and have a low property taxes? I can't be asking this man. That's the Roundup. I'm not here. I mean, I do want to give you entertainment. I keep thinking about valuetainment, right? I'm not necessarily here to motivate you, but my spirit is telling me that I need to share. When he calls me, I'm like, I've been trying to get this man not only on the phone, but to do a video. I do have one video with him, but Roundup, the man he's built the majority of my houses. He's building 6 to 10 houses at a time. It is just an honor to even be in his presence. Mark Parker is his name. I see somebody ask me that. What is my mentor's name? Y'all, you need a mentor. I mean, I pay this man just tens of thousands of dollars, just to be able to talk to the man. E-Tunnel. His name is Mark Parker, but he doesn't mentor people. But I'm sharing. I wanted y'all to see how important, how crucially it is important to have a mentor, but not only that, to mastermind with like minds. I want to know what this man is doing. I mean, he deals with millions of dollars of real estate, and he's local. I get to give him a call, and I'm honored that y'all let me share him with you. You let me share him with you. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's just such a beautiful thing that when you think about the internet. And when he calls me, every time I get him on the phone, I'm like, my Roundup family could so much appreciate and get the value out of just talking to him. I feel like once again, he's one of my oracles, my mentors, and I'm thankful to be able to share him with you. Any questions you guys have in here? No, I don't see anything. Okay, Roundup. Thank you. You see, if you go back to my channel, I got Ron LeGrand, guys. So we got the next videos coming out. It's going to be Ron LeGrand. Then hopefully the Patrick Bet-David thing will be done by then. It's going to take me 2 weeks to get it edited. And we'll keep cranking out. So if you missed everything, Roundup, I had a conversation with my mentor, my builder, my contractor. Rewind this so you can see what the man's saying about new investors, about why he deals with me, who he won't deal with. So you got to know this stuff in the real estate. It's not all about just flipping contracts. I know it's sexy and everybody's online. Hey, make money with no money. I promise you, if you only flip contracts, you're going to be in trouble. If you only flip contracts, here's the thing. Like these guys you see online that are flipping a bunch of contracts, it's cool around the country. They have a cash machine, right? And they're only making 50% profit. So every dollar that comes in, they're only keeping 50 of it. So you can have a machine that cranks out stuff. But my wife was asking me this morning, do we want to ramp ours up? You got 10, 20, 30,000 going out a month. It can be stressful just to say if you want to make 10 to 20,000 a month, you're going to spend 10 to 20,000 a month just to make that. So is it easier just to bring in, for me, just from my perspective, less is more. Less is more. I stopped before. I wanted to do all the deals. I wanted to have all the rental properties. To be this huge investor. When I really talked to people like Scott Jelinek, I'm honored. I got Scott Jelinek. What up, dog? I talked to him. And he boiled it down to me. Listen, what do you really need? 10,000 a month? Okay, let's see how much that 10 to 12,000 a month. What can you get with that? Now obviously we can pass beyond that, but still Roundup. How are you making your money? Robert Kiyosaki says, how are you making it? Are you working 20 hours a day? Do you have passive income and are you working 1 hour a day? So all this stuff is important when you want to build or develop a lifestyle. With my big thing and I'm passionate about is my lifestyle. I might not be the richest guy. I got an 1,800 square foot house. My mortgage payment's low. No, it's not the biggest house. I do want a bigger house. Well, I don't really care. My wife wants a bigger house, right? Some things I have to do because it's a labor of love. But you don't have to have a lot of stuff. Every single one of my friends from college back in the day where they got those big houses in 2005, 6, they lost them, So it's just a house. Good morning. Good morning. Guess Pink Dream, God bless you for hanging out with me. God bless you. Thank you. How's my videos? How's your videos during this virus? De Niro, let me tell you what I've got some backlog of videos that I've been thinking about putting out, right? But I've decided to not put them out because I don't want to mislead you thinking that you can get in. Not saying I'm right, wrong, better, or worse, but like I did a new construction video, but do I want a new investor doing a new construction right now? So I just, my spirit said, don't put that out. So, alternatively, I'm putting out the interviews with my mentors like Deron Legrands and just people that I'm meeting. You'll see me during the week. So yes, we still have videos going out, but it's just a different vein because I want to stay current with the current situation and not mislead anybody. Pink Dream, my husband and I are working on our first flip. I pray, okay, we'll say a prayer for you. Hopefully everything works out fine. Roundup, thanks for letting me share. Make sure you subscribe, click that like button, share with other investors or entrepreneurs that are interested in getting into the real estate or any business for that matter. Multiple streams of income. Oh, Ricky, what you got? Can I email you to do business in Southern California too? Yes, just email me at Chris Buys Houses. I do have a consultation fee. It's going to be half price for the rest of the month, but yes, Roundup. As much as I invest in you, you will have to invest in yourself to be able to kind of strategize with us on our end. So yes, I will do that. Okay, if you deal with California homes, Compton 400,000, not necessarily. I don't. Thank you so much, Pink Dream. Okay, Rounduppers. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.